We first started our first year at Nationals.
45-minute half in the 16U, which also takes place on this field. It's a 40-minute half. No concern to you folks, though. You're watching this one, and it's 45 minutes. So here we go on the far side. That's Munson working it forward. Brittany Munson wearing number 2. That ball will go out. It's going to be chased down over there by Larissa Barnett wearing number 90. Trying to see the starting keeper here for the New York squad. We'll get that for you here in just a second. Believe it is Morgan Novikov. We'll confirm that for you. That ball goes down. It'll be a throw in there for the Jags. Michigan Jags and New York the Impact. So we got Jags, Impact, or Michigan and New York. You'll know who we're talking about. You guys have a wonderful seat here. Probably the best seat in the house. Elevated, and the camera's up above. We're at field level and watching as best we can to give you the action here, but you probably have a better view than we do. Talani Barnett sends it in. It's cleared away by the sweeper in the back. One of the 2 back there, also back for Michigan, is Lauren Calhoun. Throw in on the side, the Jags. Jags out of Novi, Michigan. I'm guessing that's in the near the Detroit area. Having grown up in Michigan, I know I do not sound like it. From the Hillsdale area, anything up in the Thumb area, a little lower down toward Detroit. Detroit encompasses much of the state on that side, so a lot of people will say they're from Detroit when they may not be. Maybe from the outskirts. Novi probably in that category. Throw in there for New York Impact. Once again, the white jerseys. It looks like number 11 or 15 of that, probably Conway. Tossing in another nice toss in there. Trying to clear it away. There's a shot. It's going to be on the left side, and it's going to be just wide. No touch and no corner as everyone clears out. Our referees here in the middle is Brandon Ingram, formerly of the LA Lakers. That is incorrect. No, Brandon Ingram, our midfield official. AR1 Tiffany Turpin on the AR2 side, Jaron Smith, and helping us out here with information we need immediately, Andrew Aran, our 4th official, making sure everybody checks in correctly. And ball worked in the midfield. There's a nice chase here. Let's see if they have a rush here on the near side. A little space out here on the side, but it's going to be cut off. A ball that's cut off there by Scudero. She'll take it the other way, trying to get it into Wright. Lindsey Wright taking it in the left side, left foot cross, headed away. And finally cleared away with the foot. That was Calhoun who headed it out. Working it back in now is Scudero. Blocked there. High ball, trying to settle it. Scudero very active coming back. Big tall player here in the back. Near side here for this first half. Barnett now working with it. Marked up there by number 22, Swigert. Swigert scored a goal yesterday in a 2-1 victory. That ball loose. It's in the box. Who's going to get to it? And it's going to be the keeper, Rich, who just gets there an eyelash ahead of the onrush. I see that. I believe we said that was Lindsey Wright who got in there. Chasing here in the midfield now. We have number 16 and number 6, 16 Chatreau. Nice ball up in the middle, and a little bit of a tough, difficult first touch there. Chatreau now will get it again. Scudero comes over to help out. Gets it up front, a little blocking off there, and they work it up front. Trying to work it around and taken away. That's number 55, Fanek. And up front, here's a ball right down the side. It's going to clear and go out. Scorekeeper DJ showing his soccer skills here in the scorer's tent. Ball down here in the side. Fanek now brings it back. Schultz works it in. Ball in the middle, headed away. Sun now could become a factor on the left side. The keeper on the left side may look up into the sun. Nice ball, doesn't quite get through. Nice job there by one of the defenders to block it up. That is Mastandria. Mastandria, who scored a goal yesterday, as well as Kassane in a 2-1 victory over Chelsea out of Georgia for the New York squad. A 2-1 victory for the Michigan Jags yesterday over Washington Rush. This goal scored by Swigert, and also a goal scored by Smith, Rivers Smith. So both teams come in with a 1-0 record here this week, both winning 2-1. Can't get much closer than that. Ball cleared out to the side. There's a scrum over there that gets away. Now taking it back up toward midfield. It'll go out on the far side. Getting ready to toss it in is Conway. Conway in front of the few fans over there. You can tell the ones from the north. They're in short sleeves. Some of the college coaches out here watching. There'll be more and more throughout the day. And the wind, as we said, blowing left to right, a factor. Also, the sun shining in the eyes of the keeper, as you see number 27 down there, Callie Rich, in the red, bright red is her goalie outfit. Ball worked. Let's see if they're trying to take it forward. It's going to go out, and the toss in will be taking place here. It's going to be Scudero who moves over to toss it in. Scudero, very tall player, and that ball's going to fade out of play. Toss in now for the Jags. Jags down the line, and that's headed out. So a lot more action here out of bounds than in for the moment. Scudero will move it right back up and toss it in. High toss. And here comes the wind again. Actually, that wind is kind of a diagonal wind blowing from the far side to the near side. Probably a good stiff 15, 20 mile an hour breeze. Something we did not have yesterday, and kept the temperature up pretty warm. It'll be a little cooler here today. Starting out probably in the low 50s, maybe the high 40s, low 50s. There's a shot that's going to be bounding around in the box, and it's redirected but picked up quickly there by Rich. So far side, hustling down the side is going to be Edwards, Raina Edwards. Play interrupted there by number 22. That's Kinley Bruns. Trying to get all the names in there for you folks at home. Some of you may be traveling here tomorrow or just couldn't get out here, and you get a chance to watch this one match for each team. I believe there are 16 matches each day that will be live streamed, and this is the one for these two teams. Glad to be a part of it. And field number 4. Very impressive sight. All 4 fields lined up for the national anthem, standing in formation. Just a beautiful sight. I wish I could have got an overhead view of that. We're all worked around far side. Sent into the box. Handled there. Let's see if she can get a shot off. She does. A shot in. And that's an early goal, bottom left side. We'll give 17 the assist, and we're going to see who scored as they come back. Nice job there by Lindsay Wright to get the assist. As they come back down the pitch, we'll catch that number for you. It looks like number 6 is going to be Mastandria. It is. Had the goal yesterday, got the ball in the box, worked it around left, right, and then turned back. Lindsay, number 17, with the assist. We have the assist and the goal, and appreciate the team letting us know that. And, boy, I'll tell you what, nice ball movement early in the match. So had a violation there. Boy, that's a long ball, but you got a foot there that can put it all the way down. And that ball's going to go out. It'll be a corner, and 1-0 your score. And we're going to ask the official to explain. Tell us what happened there. Our 4th official will let us know on the touch. Very nice job. And there's another ball that's just got loose inside, and I believe that's number 17 who just had the assist. We'll see if that's the case, and it's quickly 2-0 here. The New York Impact team, it is Lindsay Wright. So the same player touching the ball twice on the initial kick, and that was the violation that resulted in an indirect kick there at the midfield stripe. And indirect, obviously, meaning that had to be touched at least once before it could be a score. And, boy, this New York team quickly out. 2 goals in the first 12 minutes. So we're going to write that down for him. Mastandria, here's another ball sent in. Let's see who's going to get there for that one. The defense racing in. Ash was there trying to send it back. Now let's see if the Michigan Jags team can bounce back. We saw that yesterday, teams that jumped out ahead. One team actually 3-0 and team fighting back 3-2, and then another match it was 2-2 and 2-0, fought back 2-2. We'll see if that's the case here. But this New York team looking very tough. That ball rolls in, picked up by Rich. Ball sent in by a very tall player in the back, Talani Barnett. So we got the goal for Mastandria with an assist to Wright, and then a goal by Wright. Ball down the side, on fire. So ball cleared away. Nice foot in the back, sent forward by the defense. Chasing its Fanek, that ball, the defense really not having a whole lot of pressure on them for the New York squad. And they're going to just hold this ball, take a little time off the clock as we approach the 20th minute here in this first half. Score once again 3-0. 2 goals by Lindsey Wright. 1 goal scored by Mastandria, Lauren Mastandria, wearing number 6. And that goal assisted by Wright. So excellent match for Wright yesterday. A young lady out of the Washington area scoring 4 goals right here on this particular field. So again, some great play from individuals. Ball will be tossed in on the far side. Substitutes getting ready to come in. Substitute coming in will be Fabric. Anna Fabric will be checking in for Kobakov. Alexandra Kobakov will come off. So it'll be a toss in on the far side. Everybody waiting for the substitute to come in. Sun rising up a little higher now. Once again, it'll be a high ball coming into the keeper to the left where there could be some sun involvement. And they'll have to clear that ball, try to clear it out. It stopped there, sent back into the box, and another dangerous play. If you're the Michigan team, good opportunity for the New York Impact. And here comes a corner. Putting the ball in play will be number 6, Mastandria. So Mastandria, who has a goal, put it in play. Lindsey Wright working right up next to the keeper, right on the goal line. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white shirts in. You have another player hustling up there. There's a header down, and it's going to be secured by Rich. So she smothered that one to make sure there was no loose change in the box. Ball batted around. Let's see if the Jags can respond and try to get something going. Scudero says no, however, and takes it the other way. Working it up now. And number 18 over there is Cassane, Juliana Cassane. Barnett sends it in pretty deep. Barnett with the big right foot. Ball worked back up, slipping over there on the far side. Field is a little slippery yesterday morning. Actually, the first match of the day had a young lady go down an injury before the match, actually in the warm-up time, may have slipped, as this is a natural turf field. Fields 2 and 3 are artificial. Fields 1 and 4 here that are handling the broadcasts are natural turf. Coming in will be Engler, number 21, as well as Myers, number 4. Fresh legs coming in. And waiting for the toss, the referee says take it away, and here we go. All down the line. Be coming back the other way. Jags now will toss it in. Ball tossed in. Look, that ball tossed toward Ferguson. And here's an opportunity. You've got the big legs of Engler. She's a big, tall player moving out here to the right. She's got some help, but she lays it right out there. Scudero says, I'll take that over into field 3. Actually off the bench of a team, the team right next to us. They'll toss it back over. Handling now will be Rivers Smith. Smith now tossing it down the line. It will go out, and New York will take it. The Impact out of Long Island. The Jags out of Novi, Michigan. Ball worked around. Fighting through. Continue a little scrum there. Get a little help there from number 22 is Bruns. Really haven't called the defenders' names much for Impact because the ball has been in the other side so much. And once again, this time it's Munson working it down. Takes it a long way in right now. Will secure it. Quick player going up against two defenders and finally taken away. Smith sends it deep, probably a little too deep. Let's see. The keeper's going to come out, and she'll bring it into the box. Wait for somebody to go in there to force her to pick it up, and she will. Little game they play. I like that little gamesmanship. Ball bounding around. Ball sent back over across the line. Chasing it down over there is Larissa Barnett. Trying to get it back out. There's Barnett on the New York side. So Barnett for each team. Number 90 for Michigan. Barnett number 10 for the Impact. Be tossed in on the far side. Conway, who has a very strong toss. Lost that one over everyone. Ball coming across, near side. Smith now works it forward. Working it down. Nice slide there. I'll tell you what, Barnett, the defender for New York, very active. And a shot sent in and one of the few. And she'll handle that one with her feet inside. That's Novikov once again in goal. A couple of substitutes getting ready to come in. Ball worked around. Shot taken. It's going to be secured by Novikov. This New York team once again 2-1 winners yesterday over a team out of Georgia, Chelsea of Georgia. Right, we'll send it back to Scudero. Scudero sends it into the middle. Working it around, that one sent forward, and the defense now will shape it up. Working there is Munson. Scudero, a little move to the inside. Ball in front. Tried to get that through the defense. Defense is there, however. But one thing that does, sometimes it will force that defense to move forward and leave an opening there as the other players can work their way through. Ball worked up, Mastandrea. Shot comes in. It's a little bit of a ball that might have been a through ball that just got a little bit too much pace on it. Barnett sends it back in right. That ball blocked well. Nice job there on the defense. Defense there by Calhoun. Ball on the far side. Jags working it forward. Jags once again the black uniforms, white numbers. Foul there, just a little bit too much physical activity there. Little shoves from behind as we see substitutes coming in. Number 20 is going to be Isabel Glennon. Sounds like she called Izzy. And number 23, Jade Fixin-Owu. Fixin-Owu. And players coming off. Kassane comes out. See if we have the ball. This will be a little bit of a wind-aided kick here, just outside the circle. It's going to be a low ball sent toward the top of the box, headed away by the defense. Coach Carroll very affirmative with his team, man. Just everything that's done on the field, there's a comment of encouragement or correction, but very involved in what he sees on the pitch. Ball worked toward Fanek. Now Barnett will clear it over to right. Right, little touch, nice touch out to Scudero. Sends back in, through ball there into Mastandria. Working inside, works it over to the sub who just came in, that's Glennon. Glennon back over toward right, but interrupted nicely by the defense. Ball sent out. Engler, the big player from Michigan, involved in that play. Ball moved up there, Munson. Right, flips it back, but a little bit too much. So going down to toss it in will be River Smith. Smith turns to see her options, and once again, breeze blowing really right now, aiding the Jags a little bit. However, you could say that it probably has an influence on the ball no matter where you are. Rich will pick it up. Once again, the bright red shorts and shirt in goal. Here's a punt. It's a overspin and bounds around at midfield. There's Bruns working it up. Tries to get it through to right, but it's interrupted by the defense. Right turns, left foot, looking for options. Working into the corner. Let's see if it's going to be played in the middle. Another ball in the back post, and it's going to be cleared away by the defense. Another dangerous attack. Another ball shot there. It's going to be off to the left, and the offside flag is up, and the fans go down. Boy, that was another rush by this Impact squad. They are really putting the pressure on, and the ball has pretty much been in this side of the pitch a majority of the time, and it's obviously reflected here at the 30-32 mark, 3-0. 24 is Adrien Gilson. Coming in will be number 19, Quigley, and number 4, Carla Musto. I think I called her name out a while ago. She wasn't in the game, so I apologize for that. Carla Musto will get right in there and get involved. She'll toss it in. Headed out of there by Calhoun. And ball into the tent. So Smith will toss it in here. Waiting for some movement, and here's the toss. Coming in. That's a hard fall there for Scudero. I'll have to. And they're going to clear that ball. We had a big fall here. Scudero went down hard on their lower back, and hopefully she's okay. That has to be a shock to the system. So once again, let's review the scoring here while we're waiting. The scores that took place early on and early and often. We had a score early there by Mastandria. That was in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this match. And then it was Lindsay Wright in the 12th minute and the 14th minute to score. And Lindsay also with the assist on that first goal. Like I said, that was in the first 2 or 3 minutes. So they're going to check Scudero over here, make sure she's okay. Nicole Scudero has been very active, big part of what's happened here for the Impact. And right now they're just checking, kind of stretching out a little bit, but really a hard fall, straight down on the lower back area. Smith now works it back into the middle. Ball down the side. Ball deflected by Smith, and taking it on inside is Chatreau, and cleared by the defense. So the few times that the Jags have really worked the ball forward, the defense has stepped up. And here's a counterattack. Working across is Fabric, sending it up. Big player there in the middle. That's, once again, I believe that's Engler in there. She's tall, stout player. That ball will be coming here out of play. Might stay, well, almost stayed on the line there for a second. And once again, the wind, more of an impact today than we had yesterday. Very little. So ball worked in, now trying to clear it out of there, and that's Number 2 on defense is Munson. Also in there, like I said, Carla Musto. And the ball cleared away. And good news for the Impact folks is Scudero looks like she'll be returning to action. Boy, just a shock though when you just go down that hard. And there was no way to brace herself at all. Her feet went out from under her and landed right on her lower back. So probably the best thing she can do is get back in there and stay loose, not let it tighten up. And that's what she'll do. She's got the ball right now. Sends it forward with the left foot. And a nice big ball to clear it out of there. Let's see who can handle it. It's going to be bounding around. Nice ball sent forward there. Engler tries to get it out to the side. Big collision. And the defense steps up. Good communication in the back. Ball rattles around. Ball worked out by Calhoun. Now sent up. The number 4 and the counterpart, number 4. Ball in, and Engler chasing it. That ball sent right back in. Trying to head it away. Nice hustle there. Good hustle from Ferguson. She's going to take it down to the corner, see if she can get a ball sent into the box. She does. It's headed away for a corner. So a little pressure here from the Jags, and one of the defenders recovering. Let's see down there. That's number 9, Houlihan. Took a shot, so referee checking to make sure that she's okay. Referee Ingram. Keying this corner will be Fabric. Fabric looks like she'll bring it in with the right foot. And they're going to check. She's checking the, just to make sure she got hit in the head possibly. And that was Houlihan, as we said. Get the trainer over and check her. Ball sent in, back post. It's going to be fumbled briefly by Novikov. However, it's cleared away by the defense. Working it down the near side. It's going to be right here in front of us. Big collisions. Ball stays in. Now it goes out. It'll be a toss in here for the Impact. And I tell you, talk about tough athletes. I don't know if there's many athletes any tougher than the women's soccer players. And we saw right there. It's the high level of physicality that you see in these players. And they pop right back up. 39:06 on the clock. A 45-minute first half. Probably a minute or two of injury time as well. We'll see as we move forward. This will be a kick put in motion by a big foot and Barnett. She can put this ball right on net. It's going to come in. It's going to be one hop to the keeper, Rich, trying to get somebody in there to deflect. So Houlihan being checked out by the medical folks to make sure she's able to get right back in. Being cautious with obviously any sort of hit to the head. So Kayla Jean Charles will check in. So Jean Charles will step in the back, and that Houlihan is your middle back defender. Coach obviously concerned and making sure that she can get back in as quickly as possible. Here's a toss. Ball coming in, worked around by Ferguson. Sent back toward Edwards. Excuse me, that was Koji. Engler now. Sends it back out to Fabric. Fabric looking for space. Little flick toward the middle, but the defense there to kick it away. Now moving forward. Nice ball. Let's see if they can get through. Hustling through is, that's number 23 out there. As our paper's blowing, Fixin' Owu. Came up against two big defenders, but another good rush here by the Impact. And probably Coach Carroll likes to see that with one of his defenders off the pitch here briefly. And right now also is Ryan Conway. Looks like she's the middle back right at this moment. As Houlihan being checked out, make sure she's okay, saying she's okay, and the trainer's making sure. Ball right down the line, it will go out. Players hustling over. Be a toss in right here in front of us. Looks like Carla Musto will do the honors. Nina Carla Musto with the toss. Sends it into the wind. Chasing it toward the middle, and you got a couple of players there. Not a lot of spacing. Ball out the right now. Scudero has moved more toward the midfield. Ball sent into the box. Who's there? It's going to be deflected away, and that'll be a corner here as we get closer to the end of this first half. As we said, probably a little bit of injury time. We've had a couple of folks have had attention. And it looks like that will be Carla Musto working her way all the way over to the corner to send it in. A little bit of wind behind her as she sends this one in. See the pile of bodies in the box. You've got a rush in there. There's a left foot inbender that's going to be punched away. Can be sent right back in, and there it comes. And it's going to be deflected. There's a save, Rich, right there. Scudero looking her right in the eyes. Ball on the ground and secured. Rich makes the save. Another good opportunity for an Impact team that's already scored 3 times. Ball bounding around. Far side now, working over there. One of those players was Gilson. Worked up toward Engler. It'll go out of play. And tossing it in will be Jean Charles. Kayla Jean Charles. Here's the toss. Into the wind. Ball right on the line. Let's see if it's in. Kept it in, so the defense will have to play it in the back. Send it back to Novikov. And the bright green, lime, neon, whatever color you want to call that, that fluorescent green like a highlighter. Ball right on the midfield stripe, work forward. And the ball sent back. Nice ball there. It's going to be sent down toward the corner. Chasing it. You've got 3 players converging, but Novikov will kick it away. Coming out of the goal to make sure that ball was not in any danger. Let's see, you had Myers. Let's see, who was chasing that for the Jags? It may have been Ferguson down there. And actually Smith will toss it in. Not far from the corner. He's going to toss it in toward Ferguson. Ferguson, number 18, sends it in the box, scooped up there by Novikov. So ball will be cleared away, sent into the wind. It's going to be a little bit easier for Novikov in the second half. She'll have a little breeze with her. That one's going to be trailed out on the far side. Official says toss in for the Michigan squad. And it was Kennedy Myers who was down there in that traffic jam in the corner chasing that ball that was actually cleared away by Novikov. We got 1 extra minute coming up, injury time. So we're right at 45 at this second. So another minute will be added on from referee Brandon Ingram. Ball will be being retrieved by Deer Hunter out there in the trees. It's, like I said, we're in the middle of some outback country here in North Carolina. Wilson, North Carolina, the Gillette Athletic Complex. And ball worked around. Not enough on that pace. Coming the other way as Myers gets it to Engler. Not a real good first touch. Right back to her. Little gap, and it's closed quickly, however, by the defense. And nice job by the defense. Just a pesky defense and several collisions. It'll be a toss in for the Jags. Not much time left. Maybe just a few seconds here as one of the coaches does a nice kick off the curb. There we go. It'll be tossed in here not much time, maybe just a few seconds as referee Ingram has the whistle in his mouth. And hand is up, and there's the whistle for halftime. A great half for the Impact squad. Tough one for the Jags. 3-0 your score. And they will regroup and see if they can bounce back. The Jags trying to bounce back. Impact trying to hold on to a 3-0 lead. We'll be back soon here from the U.S. Youth Soccer National League. What's that? What do we got you in there once? Showing some soccer skills on the side here. Now, you ever played out? I was ready to play football in college. Okay. What was the other position in baseball? Just out of the guys that have a lot of fun. Y'all want water? Pitchers. Yeah, relief pitchers. So you have to do all kinds of things. You're working hard over here. You need water? Every day. Yeah, you guys every day. You got to be on every pitch too. That fly ball comes, you don't see it. Crazy. Yeah. I really got really carry. You don't play your center back. Had like you're hitting your level. Had like around your center back right behind your player. Every once in a while they hit a ball and you go, where is it?
Can I have a medic to field 3, please? White team bench.
Yeah.
On my way.
What was that you called on the kickoff?
The girl tapped me forward and then tapped me to kick it again. She kicked it twice.
Oh, okay.
Because the trainer is at the field and I can control that.
I think it is. I thought they were supposed to be watching you drive around the car.
I don't even know where she went.
There's two. I think there's two.
Fields, right?
Yeah.
So we got
There should be one back there.
One and two, 3 and 4.
There should be one right over there.
why she
I have no clue why she was
unless something crazy happened with another guy.
there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who said that?
What do you say?
He said the trainer needs to be over here sooner. I called the trainer. She's not here. What can I do about that? You want me to check her out? Alright, cool. She's good.
I wanted him to say something at halftime.
He is very passive.
Exactly. He said that right there. He said, "Oh, I got a sub for my girl that you kicked off."
Yeah.
Your girl had a headache.
I want to say something to him when it's just happening. I was going to go hand over his play before I be like, hey, coach, we're sorry about that. But we'd rather err on the side of caution than, your girl have.
She come out here and hit another ball.
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna take her off at first. Like she went down and she went like this, and I was like, okay, she's good. So she got back up, and then when she got back up, she went like this, and I was like, okay.
For all the times I've grabbed my head playing when I played, I would have never played.
I went off one time and I had to get like I had to go to the ER. You're fine, right?
I hit my head so hard one time on the field, and like I got up and I saw stars, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, especially as big as they are on the concussions and head injury stuff. They're not taking any chances. If you're touching your ear, you got head off. Get out.
Dude, I used to take headers off of punts and freak my neck.
Yeah, that's
Don't it hurt? I was sitting there grabbing my neck right after I hit the ball.
That's why you see most of them, they try to back up and take it to their feet or something like that. If they can. Chest hurts worse than I'd rather take it off my head than my chest. Because I have nothing here. This is bone.
Yeah.
Bone.
I would always take it. I would rather take it off my
hate that.
head. Because you can control like
I'd rather.
how hard it hits your
This
chest.
is bone. This is
You
all
can't really
bone.
control how hard it hits your head.
Right. With the chest, you can cushion it.
There's nothing for me to cushion. Nothing but skin and bones.
No, it's
You
like
got bird chest over there.
the egg toss.
Yeah, you
Where
gotta take it.
Just do that with your chest.
Yeah. So you do in your butt. You know, your butt, and you pull it back just a little bit. We used to, when I played travel ball, played travel ball all the way till 9th grade. We used to play this game into practice. They put this is when we were like 12. They put a circle on the third base and the first base line. We had to bunt the ball until it landed in the circle. Put like $5 in there. So whoever landed in it first got $5.
Where'd you play travel ball for?
It was just like it wasn't one of those like teams. It was just like a little like county team. I didn't play like showcase. of my friends played.
That's what you were doing?
Richmond Senior. Down there.
Exton, did you say Todd?
South. One of my friends played
Yes.
for, plays for the
Todd is not
Jags.
here. He won't be back until 12 o'clock. Then come down.
Some kind of Panthers or something. Tri-County Panthers or something. Panthers.
Your friend that played with the Kings.
Bradley Brown, he plays at Wingate. He was
It's only
he was like freshman All-American his freshman year. It's like 2 years
All
ago.
you've done today is sit around.
Leave him, hey, tell him to leave you alone.
Put a jersey on.
Tell him to leave you alone, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I save a taco and a quesadilla from yesterday, especially for this.
Dímelo.
Bien? Hambre?
Eso es.
What?
Eso es.
And that was right after my speech of I don't like unnecessary calls.
Till now, everything's good. Almost to the game. What I'm eating? Taco and a quesadilla, but so messed up. I like it too. The snacks are good, but it doesn't make me feel full. What? Yeah, I gotta get back.
All it takes is one ball flying into this tent. You'll wake right up. You want to hit right up here. Bum, 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 bum.
No, I'm not mad about that. I'm upset that we didn't have a trainer right now. Yeah, well, honestly, I have no clue why she was where she. I think she came from over there. But see, they have trainers between everything. No, I'm not worried about that. I
And welcome back, folks. We get ready for the second half. Once again, a 3-0 score here as the wind continues to pick up. See if our notes will blow away as we get through. And looks like we'll see if Houlihan is back in, the middle back for the Impact. That was a concern there from Coach Carroll, as obviously the caution about any sort of hits in the head or neck area to make sure she's okay. Also a correction here, number 21, Juliet Moncho was a big part of that first half. Did not get to say her name. Had her down as number 13, so we'll get that squared away as well. The Michigan team taking an extra second or two as they prepare. Got the double touch call clarified here as the team that gets ready to do the first touch, if they move the ball forward and maybe fake and then kick it again. That was why after the goal for the Impact, that it was not a possession for the Jags. It was actually a free kick, an indirect kick at the midfield line for the Impact. A little bit of a surprise there as we looked up and thought, well, the Jags have the ball. All of a sudden, wait a minute, it was Barnett lining up a long indirect kick. So new keeper coming in for the Michigan squad. That's going to be Chalokian. There we go, Chalokian. Chalokian, wearing number 1. also in red, so that makes that part easy. Schultz looks like she's going to be starting the second half. Riley Schultz, don't know if we've called her name out. She'll be in the back. So here comes the first touch. It's a good one, and we move ahead. Barnett brings it up. A little bit lower, a little backspin on it, let it float in the wind. Ball touch, Jags throwing it in. And now the impact. They'll take a toss here. Good toss here as Conway can really launch it. She's going to send it on down. Has a little wind behind her now. Takes it back in. Got a little bit, went off the side of her foot there, trying to serve it back in the box. Big collision, but the ball moves forward. Right now, right in the midfield, working for options. Tries a through ball there, hits the feet of the defense. Right again. Moving back to her left, but interrupted. Defense pesky right now for the Jags, and they finally clear it out. And that ball will catch the trailer. Wake up everybody. Our producers getting into the action. Tossed in. Ball in the corner. Jags now trying to work with it. It goes out. Be a toss back in for the impact. Toss will be made here by Conway. Once again, has a good toss and might be able to get it in near the corner of the box if she desires. She's looking for options. Yeah, good toss there. A little backspin on it. Lets it float down there. High ball in the sun. Nice ball headed in toward the corner of the box. Working around now to the left, and it's a little bit past Mastandria. Ball, Myers-Kennedy over there. She'll send it down the side. Scudero waiting for it as it trickles across the line. Scudero will toss. Scudero toss toward the corner. Playing it over there's Glennon. Stays in. Came substitute in the first half, starting here in the second. Little crisscross there. Barnett trying to get to it. Big long legs and works it forward. Her numerical counterpart also. Number 10 out there, Edwards. Shot coming in that hits the defense. Lindsey Wright trying to put some pressure on. Ball here to the side. Worked here on the near side. That's Fabric working right in front of us. Right down the line. Stays on the line and brings it back in. Defense there. Trips quickly right back up. Engler back out in the middle. Ball sent forward. Trying to find Edwards. That ball's going to be onside. There we go. This is going to be Mancho and a punch away. And a nice opportunity there. Good job by the keeper, Chalokian, but a good run there by number 21 is Juliet Mancho. A good anticipation. A lot of times a player will watch that ball thinking that it's going to be headed back the other way instead of thinking it could get through. She anticipated it would go on through, stayed with it, and had a good scoring opportunity. So here comes the ball. Low ball, hard ball into the box. And cleared away. It'll be tossed back in for the impact. Once again, the team out of the Long Island area, Huntington, New York, wearing the white jerseys with green, kind of a forest green color in the shorts and the number. You've got the black uniforms of the Michigan Jags, white numbers. Ball sent back out toward the top. As a knockdown there. And it will be Michigan taking it the other way. I believe that was Edwards who got bumped from behind and taken down. Here comes the big left foot. Nice ball sent out of there. Sends it right back in. Mancho now working. Smith now gets a foot in there and stops that rush. The big foot of Koji sent that ball forward, the big left foot. And once again, Conway with a good toss. Sends it down the pitch. Little toe tap there, and take it the other way. Jags now send it back with the right foot, sending it out to the far side. Kennedy Myers now sends it up toward Engler. Engler, big, tall player, blocked by Houlihan, but it stays in. That ball right along the edge. It will go across the inline, I believe, and will be a goal kick. Good shielding there by the defense. Good rush by the Jags. One of the few times we've seen anything on this side of the pitch here in this half. So Novikov puts a right foot into it. Has a little breeze, but that's a low one. Didn't get a lot of that one. Sends that one back out to the outside. There's a nice ball down the side. Let's see if it'll stay in. It will not. The fans over there get a little taste of the game. See off to the side, teams warming up. See the fans who sit over there. The coaches on this side. Coaches all along the side watching these players. Maybe some that are uncommitted. Maybe some that are actually committed to their unit. Engler with an opportunity. Turns, shot again, and saved by Novikov. One of the better efforts by the Jags. One of the few times that Novikov's really had to make a save. High ball. That's a better punt. That's going to get past the first wave. Here comes Muncho trying to get it to her teammate Conway, who's flashing down the side. Here's Houlihan in the back. Sends it up toward right. Right receives, now turns. That ball cleared away. Cleared away nicely there by Schultz. Be a toss in on the far side. Looks like Scudero. Scudero brings it up. Right, comes through. Takes a little dive there. The turf monster doing a job there, tripping her up. Here we go. It's, see if that's Scudero. I believe it is. Moncho right in the area. You better not wait too long because the impact will jump right on it, we've seen. Here comes an opportunity down the side. Chasing after number 4. That's Kennedy Myers. Myers sends it into the box, and once again, Novikov right there, equal to the task. Boy, nice punt there. The distance that she can put on that, especially with this wind blowing, basically left to right on your screen. There's a ball through. Let's see if Muncho can get to it. She's going to be a little bit late. And Chalokian comes out to secure it right at the edge of the box. That's Patil Chalokian, P-A-T-I-E-I-L, P-A-T-I-L. So ball in the midfield. Rushing through. A nice shot there. It's headed away. That was Barnett who came through to take charge from the back. Getting back into her position now. Lindsay Wright now sends it back, working it back, trying to get a little time of possession here. Munson works it across. Came out briefly with what referee saw as some contact. Here's Edwards' shot. It's going to be high, and it's in. And how about that coming in? Number 10 is Raina Edwards. And we'll try to figure out the assist for you as well. That goal will be in the 61st minute. So Edwards comes through with the goal, 61st minute. It was a nice ball sent in. I'm not sure. We'll try to find out who had that assist. But a 3-1. So second half so far being won by the Jags. They continued to put some pressure there and finally came through as Edwards found a ball that she can handle, put it in the top part of the net above Novikov. Really, Novikov hadn't been tested all that much till here late in this, later in this second half. From about the 50 to 60 minute mark, there's been a lot more pressure put on by the Jags. Ball headed away. Let's see, it's going to be a foul, so the Jags will put it in play right there. Trying to see if. Nice ball sent into the wind. Here comes Engler. You know, it may have been Engler who had the assist. Thinking back on that play, I believe that would be the case. So we're going to write that down. If we're corrected, we'll fix that up. Impact working it forward, picking options. Ball sent out to the side. Conway now working in, finds the defense. They'll clear it away and send it right over the heads of a bench on the other field. That ball may be out in the midfield. Somebody chasing that one down, trying to get it back in. Here we go, finally getting the ball back in. 62:20 on the clock. Looking a full 90 minutes here for this match of the 18U group. Conway sends it back, but it clears everybody. Will go on through for a goal kick. Fortunately for Chalokian, it actually hits the National League's banner there, and little advertising tent. I don't know what else to call it. It's a little standard on the side. Ball out to the side. Let's see what's gonna, they're gonna stay with it. And the impact will send it toward the corner. Let's see if they're gonna earn a corner. They do. And you've got a River Smith arguing that she didn't touch it, but there's a quick play out of the corner. And now a left foot sent across the top of the box. Sent right back in. And that one's gonna go all the way through. How? See when it goes across the line. Oh, it's going to be played. Didn't quite go out. Ball brought back up by Schultz. Schultz gets another foot on it, sends it on toward the midfield. Settled in there nicely by Swigert. Swigert stays with it, trying to get it across. Nice deflection there by Edwards. She's on fire right now. Nice play. And so Edwards showing her skills. Not only on the goal, but then getting a foot on that little pass there, trying to keep that play moving forward. Here comes the toss. Mancho. Middle of Mastandria. Nice ball out to the side. Working it down, now sent in. High ball, and it's going to be over the back of the goal post. So once again, the wind might have had a little impact on that one, pushing it back a little bit far to the right. So toss in here, and Chalokian now will put it in play. Got a couple of substitutes coming in. Going to be Cassane. Juliana Cassane steps in. And she'll come in for Glennon. Fixin' Owu comes in. And I'm trying to see who she came in for. Mancho. So headed back in. Let's see. In the back. That one ball cleared out by Koji. Kennedy Myers now sends it forward right about midfield. Back and forth we go. Right now kind of a doldrums part of this match, as we just saw the flurry of activity from the Jags. Now it's kind of settled back down again in a midfield match. Ball at the midfield stripe as we speak. That's Mastandria, who had the first goal. Sends it over here. Nice foot's put in there by Smith to block it. And all kept down. It'll be a toss in for the impact. Smith, I can't believe it. Thought she had it blocked off. Here's a toss. Conway. She can send it on in there. Boy, that's a huge smash. And that's, I guess it was Cassane who went up under. That would have been Ash who she undercut. And that's what the referee saw. Ball will die right here before it gets to midfield. Edwards trying to come up with it. Mastandria now comes and takes it the other way. Rolling down the side, trying to get it to right. Deflected over there, however, by Schultz. Ball tossed in on the side. Nice ball sent in, top of the box, going to be deflected and headed back toward the keeper. So Chalokian will secure it. She'll put it in play. Once again, the breeze still pretty stiff from left to right, a little bit from the far to near side. That ball's going to fade out. Scudero gets a foot on it, starts a little rush. Now Edwards puts a stop to it. Rivers Smith now sends it off to the side. So Conway gets ready to toss in. Conway down the line. Turning with it is Cassain. Sends it back. Conway, a little fake there. Now we'll send a ball in toward the top of the box. Who's there? Guess who? Wright almost gets to it. Now coming up, Scudero. She'll work it through. Takes it through traffic. Shot and score. Gives Scudero that goal, and I believe Wright will get another assist on that one. Scudero coming up from the midfield and putting that ball top left shelf. And good pace on it. We've seen her put several balls in play that off the turf. So Scudero goal, that being the 68th minute, looks like. So your score now 4-1. A little bit of glimmer of hope there. Maybe 2 assists for Wright. A glimmer of hope there for the Jags, and all of a sudden that one squelched somewhat by that goal. 4-1, not insurmountable, but tough. Still over 20 minutes to go here in this match. Ball on the near side. Ball worked around, sent back in toward the middle. That's Swigert. Here comes Cassain working it up. Takes it back to left, now right. Sends it, tries to get that through ball in there, and fixing a woo. Now it's coming back out toward midfield. Conway, she'll settle it. Sends it back in. Nice ball to Cassain. Cassain looking for options. And it will be flicked off to the side. Toss in there for the impact. New York squad out of Long Island. Michigan team out of Novi, Michigan. And we got a substitute, another one coming in. Going to be Ferguson coming in. Ferguson, very active, good quick player. Also coming in will be Fennick. And just a heads up, she wears 23 on the jersey, but 55 on the shorts. So I'm not sure if she, we know who she is, however. Also coming in, number 5, Calhoun, good defender. She might be pressing forward here, trying to help out. And boy, Conway flies through to take that one away. Ball toward Mustandria now. She works it down, going against Edwards right there, and she'll send it right along that end line. Lindsay Wright in there gets a shot, and another save by Chalokian. Give, boy, Lindsay Wright working hard in there. Hard to knock her off her feet. Great balance. So we toss in on the far side. Let's see who's going to bring that one in. It'll be the Jags. Getting ready to toss in. A couple more substitutes rolling in. Get some fresh legs in here in the second half at the 70-45 mark. In will be number 19, Sarah Quigley. Also in will be Nina Carlamusto. Checking in also now for the Jags will be Larissa Barnett. So a couple of Barnetts out on the pitch, one for each team. Actually, Barnett for the impact just came off. So making sure there's a Barnett on the pitch at all times. So the Jags, Larissa Barnett back in. Always fun to watch the coaches interact with some of the coaches who are here for the recruiting as well. See that dynamic. Oh, a big fall over there. Let's see. Might have a yellow card here. And we do. It's going to be a yellow card on the far side. Trying to make sure that number. Don't want to give you incorrect info on that. Trying to see as they turn around. Yeah, that's going to be Schultz who gets the yellow card. So justice is dispensed on the far side. And now the play. Brandon Ingram, that official in the middle. Nice ball. That's deep in there. It's going to be right at the keeper. Boy, what an opportunity. And you had two different white shirts flying in there. Nice ball laid out there by Chalokian. Good defense. And now ball stolen away. Conway runs it through. She's looking for options. Runs into a wall, however. Coming the other way is Calhoun. Ferguson. Nice job there by the midfield to disrupt that play. Cassane now will turn. Looks for options. Ball in here. Ball down the corner. It's going to be cleared over to the side. It'll be a toss in. Thought it might make it to the corner, but it does not. So 73-minute mark we passed. So it'll be a toss in by Conway. Just a couple of feet from the corner flag there as we see her chase down the ball. She will take a minute or two to go get it, bring it back. So she will. All right, now she's set, going to be ready to throw it back in. Backs off a little bit. Has a good toss. That's a short one, however. That one coming into Jade Fixin Wu. Now coming the other way. Jags looking for options. Here's a ball. Nice ball. It's going to be get to Fanek. Fanek sends it right back to Calhoun. Defense recovers, however, and takes it away. Houlihan works it over to Brittany Munson. Munson, good defender. Good hustle there by Calhoun, and Conway maintains possession. Finds the open defender in Houlihan. Kaylee Houlihan, she'll work it up a little bit. Now finds her target out on the far side. She works it over to Cassane. Cassane, who was just here on the near side a minute ago. Right, and the offside flag is up. And that brings everything to a halt. In the 75th minute, ball in the back now, worked around by the defense. Munson, Conway. Conway sends it in, really nobody there. That ball deflected. Nice job by the Jags to keep control. Oh, that's a big, huge bone crusher there. And you see Calhoun hops back up, but you can tell that was a shot. Here comes Barnett. Larissa Barnett sends it on. Back post. Oh, there's number 16 is Chateau, and she will earn a corner. So Conway will come off. That was a big collision there a moment ago. It was Conway and it was Calhoun, who both went down pretty hard. See, it'll be the corner put in play. Right foot, high ball, floating, top of the box, headed by Calhoun. Who's going to get there? Let's see. Calhoun tried to come back, but the defense gets a foot on it. That's Scudero, I believe now, who's shifted over to this side. High ball sent back in near the box. Coming the other way, and it looks like Munson went down. Fanek whistled there. The 76-15 mark. Munson looks like she'll be the one to put it in play. She was the one who was fouled. Scudero switching back over to the side right in front of us. She should be the recipient here. She'll head it. It's going to be Kobakov who has entered. She tries to send it forward. Fanek there working against Munson. Houlihan. Houlihan, kind of the quarterback in the back. Sends it to Novikov. Novikov. Little control here. Time of possession. Ball sent right to Fanek now. Works into the corner of the box. It's going to be away. Let's see if it's going to be picked up by Novikov. That prevents the corner. So good defense. Novikov now puts a foot into it. A little low punt. Finds a good target in right, however. Now going the other way, Engler. Excuse me, not Engler. It was Kobakov. Another tall player. Let's see. Let's see here. We've got the foul right here just across the midfield. Referee's going to talk a little bit to one of the impact players, maybe Calhoun. Yes, it is. So left foot coming up off the turf. A nice booming kick that's going to float in this wind. Ball bounding around now. Turning, Calhoun sends it up to right. Right. Touch that got up in the air a little bit more than she would have liked, but now it's coming down. Down that far side. Fixing a woo. Keeps it in. Lines it up, looks for an option. Sends it up near the top of the box. A little end bender. That bounding around, fighting for it. Calhoun now does a little block off. That ball's going to come over here. Munson now will come up to it. Send down the corner. Ball sent in. Ball sent in there by Gene Charles. Shot by Scudero and a score. How about that? Another goal, a second one from Scudero. Coach, did you see who had the assist on that? Gene Charles with the assist gives Scudero her second goal. That goal will be in the 79th minute. So Scudero coming through big here in this second half. Coach Carroll giving us that assist going to Gene Charles. So great job there by the Impact. They bounced back after that goal scored by Edwards. Since then they've scored two more. So brought the score to 3-1 after a 3-0 first half. Jags score and then a bounce back then by the Impact to score two more. Scudero putting those two in the back of the net. And their score right now 5-1. Subs coming in. As we've been reporting the scoring information, Gilson will check in. Gilson with a big brace on the right knee. Wearing number 24. Calhoun works it up that far side. It'll go out. It'll be Impact's toss in. Working over there, looks like Carla Musto. Carla Musto down the line. Turning there is Fixin' a Woo. Chalokian now will boot it out of there. Wind got it, dropped it down. Ball coming through. Cassain. Little foot joust there with Edwards. Edwards gets it forward. Fanick now turning. And boy, that's a head hitter there. And I believe Munson hit her head. We may have to take a second here to check because her head hit the ground. A hard fall there. Or Brittany Munson. Yeah, she's out there, but went down pretty hard. Let's see if she's okay. They might want to check her out. She hit hard on the ground. Let's see if she's all right. So here we go. Ball put in play. Bounding around there, high header. Missed on that one. Now the Impact will corral it. And you see Munson still recovering from that hit in the back. Ball worked in. There's a shot. It's going to go off to the left. Yeah, it looks like Munson's still a little woozy from that fall. Ball sent in. Chalokian now comes across. Brings it out there. It's Fixin' a Woo on the far side. She'll bring it in with the right foot. In toward the top of the box, headed back. Settles it. Brings it down. Let's see if Munson is able to move around. Looks like she's checking it out here. Ball sent in, and Chalokian now will. And we got checking to see her little lull here as we're concerned about Munson a little bit in that fall she had a moment ago. Ball headed around now. Jags, or Impact, will feed it out here on the near side. Ball worked across the middle in through the defense. Now coming down the side. It's going to come out of here. It'll be out of play. And it looks like we've got the new keeper coming in. It's going to be Steinberg, who will check in, wearing 0. Novikov will check out. And checking in, also moving back, is Quigley. So ball tossed down the side, headed back. Worked in there by Jean Charles, who had the assist just a few moments ago. Munson now looking more like herself. And there's a big tackle there by Ferguson. Ferguson very active. Fights her way through. Sends it on up toward Fanek. Fanek turns. Tries to get it back to Ferguson. Ferguson now on the left side of the box. She'll work it outside. And now she'll work it down that back side. Good job there in the back by the defense. Thought she might have a little bit of an alley through there, but just got it cut off.
You got to do the main work. You got Kinley in the holding. You got Lindsay with you and Frankie.
Ball out of play, and it'll be a toss in there for the Jags. Ball into the box. That one high, coming back. Trying to settle that one. There's Calhoun trying to send it over. Picked up by the Impact once again. Lindsey Wright now sends it on that far side, flying down through there. Tackled away, however, by number 17, Koji. It was Carla Musto flying down the side. 84-20 on the clock. See where the ball went. The good clear there, sent it way off. Coming back in now. Looks like that is Scudero who will toss it in. Ball sent down there deep. And number 23, that's Jade Fixin-Owu, trying to get the ball to her a lot. Apparently the coach talking here on the side. Once again, the folks appreciate you being with us here from New York as well as Michigan, Long Island area, Detroit area, Novi. Little shove there as they work it in the corner, and ball still in play. Now we have a whistle, and it looks like Impact will put it in play right there. And the good news, looks like Munson's more back to herself now as there that big fall out there she had. Or that ball trickled back. Really nobody there for the Jags to chase it down. Here comes Edwards. And they'll just run it on back a ways. Take some time off the clock. Ball sent back in now after getting a little space. Wright runs through. Flicked away briefly, now cleared. Coming up from behind is Kobakov, sends it up near midfield. Ferguson steps in. Ferguson, very quick. Ferguson now looking for an option. Sends it right to the defense. Could not get it out there to the side. Here comes Ferguson again, once again. And she's taken down, and looks like we got a shove. Kassane may get the. Here comes Kassane, and she'll get the yellow card here right near the end of the match. So a shove there from behind. So an opportunity here for the Jags to put it back in play. So here comes the ball. It will be played. It's going to be Sarah Ash will put it in with the left foot. Steps into it. Sends it low. And it's Wright who plays a little defense. Puts that one down. Ball rolling back behind us here. They'll have to chase that one down. So it's Sarah Ash. Number 90 will toss it in. That's going to be Barnett.
Jade, you're by yourself. Look at me. Everything you into corners. Make it a battle.
Still looking, still looking. Barnett tosses.
Yes, Jules.
Ball headed inside. Ferguson once again right there in the middle of it.
Come on, Jade. Frankie, just set up and defend. Good. Put him in, Lindsay.
Wind settling down a little bit as the ball rolls out. The impact throw it in. Have 87:33 on the clock. Probably just a touch of, maybe a touch of injury time, not much. That ball out. It'll be Jags tossing. Larissa Barnett quickly into Fanek. Fanek tries to head it over to her teammate. Barnett now will head it into the box. Little head action there, working it around, heading it back and forth. Fanek now turns, tries to shield off, looking down toward the middle. Sending toward the box. There's Edwards. You know she's dangerous. And a whack at it, blocked away nicely by the defender there, and that's number 25, Francesca Lilly. Calhoun sends it in. Now right back out. That ball's going to be cleared out. It'll be a toss in for the impact. Jade fixing a woo. So right now it looks like Impact may be playing one player down. I know Munson came off to check that head bump that she got. Ball on the far side. Little foot jousting there. Now sent in with the left foot. Ball worked around. Now sent back out. A shot sent in. It's going to be top left side, and it's pulled down by Chalokian. Ball in the midfield, circle there, Ferguson. Sends it up toward Fanek. Defense there, they'll clear it away. Trying to chase it is Kassane, but it'll get over here into the scoring tent area. Roll back out to Barnett. Barnett will toss it in. Time on the clock, 89:22. We're seeing the report over here to the benches. Looks like 1 minute of extra time as the ball is deflected in the box. And Ferguson over there chasing it down. It's Edwards in that box, always making herself known when there's a scoring opportunity. Barnett now will send it in. Let's see who's there. It's going to be headed down. Oh, flicked away. And an offside flag is up. And that will put a halt to the procedures. So in there at goal now, as we said, the substitution that took place just a while ago. Steinberg in there working on that save. So the shot, ball's brought out. The whistle will probably sound pretty soon here. 1 minute of extra time. Fanek turns, looking for options out to the outside. Blocked away. Barnett there. Kick down the side. It'll be the Jags toss in. And so it'll be a toss in for the Jags. Barnett with a toss. There we go. Ball sent toward the middle. Let's see if Edwards tries to get a whack on it. Sent back in. Fanek there. Turns. Shoots. And a one hopper. Easy pick up there as it was right at Steinberg. So as we pass the 90-minute mark, I think there was 1 minute of extra time, and that minute is gone. And the final score 5-1. Once again, thank you folks for joining us here. Exciting match in the very beginning and early near the end here when most of the scoring took place. But goals by Mastandria, Lindsay Wright, Scudero, goal for Edwards for the Michigan team. But this Impact team now 2-0. The Jags now 1-1 in this competition this week. Once again, thank you for joining us, John Peters and our crew. Thank you from field number 4 and the Turbo Sports Group. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us here for the National League here in Wilson, North Carolina.